How's it going, YouTube? So today in today's video, I'm going to walk you step by step, narrated, how to repair the front camera on an 11 Pro Max. I believe it's just the exact same thing for any of the other models. They make it as an assembly, so if you end up just replacing this camera, your front camera will work, but you'll lose Face ID functionality. So if you want to keep Face ID functionality, watch the rest of this video. I already have an iPhone 13 that's on my table that I've had it for like 2 months, and I've just been putting it off. Phone that I bought a while ago. So if this works, I'll end up doing that one and making a video about it, and possibly others. So yeah, if you want to see those, yeah, comment and subscribe. And yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go into some of the tools we're gonna need. So I'm kind of annoyed, but I've been meaning to do this for quite some time, but I'm kind of annoyed that I had to make this video because I bought this phone for 75 bucks. I need to replace basically everything on it, but I have donor parts, so I'll be 175 into it, and then I had to go out and buy a Dremel. This was 100 bucks. You don't need this one specifically, but and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but you need a cutting wheel, so you need something like this. In order to do that, you also need I think they call it their Easy Lock cutting. I mean, you don't even need a Dremel. Inevitably, there's other products that do this. I opted for the thin cutting wheel. You might not need that. You might, who knows? But I've already tested this on, let's see. I've sort of already tested this. So this is the original. So this has the Face ID components. And I took this one that was basically floating around my car. So it's kind of dusty. I don't really want to use this. So I have basically a new one that I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to show you step by step. If for whatever reason I skipped over, you have questions about any of this, or even if you just don't want to do this repair, I do take mail-ins. So yeah. You want to, if you can, isolate, make sure you don't get dust on this camera. At least this is what I did the first time. But I'm just, so right where you see this crease with this line, we're just going to be cutting away right there. And then at some point, I'm going to basically pry up. Where the heck are my tweezers? I'm going to pry up. And then there's a little bit of adhesive. You can kind of see some of the, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of adhesive that's holding it in. So I may or may not need to warm it up. And then it's just a matter of popping it out. And then doing exactly the same to this one, which is obviously the one with Face ID, and then just dropping it in, and yeah, we should be good to go. So let's get started. And I think that's it. And that took only a few seconds. So now this is bent back. I'm doing all this and I'm not going to edit. I'm going to do all this and I'm going to edit portions of this, but specifically that and that were real time. And that really didn't need any heat, which is good. So I can take this and I can do whatever the heck I want with it. So now we're gonna do the same thing here. Heats up pretty quick. And then we go in here. You know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to, there's not an easy way. I don't know, if I do figure out a way, I'll make another video and yeah, do that. So now there's our assembly.
So, first of all, if you've got this far and you think, hell no, I do mailings. Second, I also buy iPhones. Working, broken, whatever. Even if it looks like this, I'm still interested. Link in the description. Let's make a deal.
So before we do anything, you need to disconnect your battery. As long as the battery is connected to the board, there's electricity running through the board and you don't want to accidentally short something out. I could possibly see needing to, I don't know, put some glue in, like on the underside of here or here, just to make sure that the camera doesn't, I might have to do that. But I don't know, maybe if it just sits in flush, like maybe once the screen, I guess I should test, and then instead of just going on a monologue. So we're gonna connect. So it's turning on, but now my front camera works. Now the question is, does Face ID work as well? So it's not a bad idea to, we're gonna seat this screen here. Now let's set up Face ID. Now normally if you get this far, normally if you get this far, that means it works. But we're gonna set it up anyway. Now it's done. Ha! Nudged it out of the way. Really? So the screen is not seated. Let's try this again. So yeah, we're gonna call that a success. I'm gonna move on with the rest of my repair. And yeah, I think if you can do all of this, you don't need me to put in a few plates.